You are listening to the We Hired a Sitter for This podcast.
We hired a sitter for this.
We have a roster of like 7 sitters.
I hate authority, but I'm a mom.
I'm an old man. I need orthopedic shoes.
The laughs, the chuckles, the TMI.
Some people might say, why would you have kids? The oceans are rising. The economy's collapsing.
And they're not wrong. I'm Ross.
And I'm Patrick.
And we hired a sitter.
Hello and welcome to episode 182 of We Hired a Sitter for This. My name is Patrick Holbert, and this is my wife, Ross Erin Martineau, who has a sore throat, so I'm going to do all the talking today. Does that sound good? She's not doing great. Sickness has been running our lives for the last 10 days, and we're here. We're going to keep to the schedule, and we're going to record.
We're going to keep to the schedule.
Yes.
No matter what.
Because here on the severed floor on MDR, we've got to meet our quotas. We're trying to finish Cold Harbor. We're at 94%, and we're going to do it today. Are you folks watching Severance? You watched it without me. You moved on.
I did.
You skyrocketed to the end of the show.
I couldn't help it.
And
I needed to know, and you were really taking your time.
You left me in the dust. It was the one of the few things that keeps us connected as a married couple.
Wow.
Scheduled TV time with Severance and White Lotus, and you just careened
I'm
past
sticking
me.
to White Lotus, which I think you're enjoying White Lotus more than I am.
Yeah, you're on your phone the whole time.
I'm not on my phone
I'm like,
the
how
whole time.
How are you on the phone during this art?
But I like Severance better than you do, I think.
Yeah,
so
Severance. I have beefs with Severance. I guess I could talk about these beefs without spoiling anything. We don't want to spoil anything for our viewers and producers out there. Hello, and how are you, by the way? Is everybody good? Are you guys okay?
Probably not. The world is terrible.
Do you have sicknesses? I mean, everybody we know who listens to the podcast that we spent time with over the last week is also sick. We went out to Denver to see my brother.
We're back.
And they all got sick.
They got hit hard.
We got sick.
Yeah, now I've got a sore throat, but that seems to be it. And thankfully, I don't have consistent work at the moment, so I'm just going to rest.
Yeah. I'm doing fine. I do have a achy nut.
Oh, yeah, which is either unrelated or related. We're not sure.
Old Patty one nut over here. I have 2 nuts, but one is achy. Exactly a year ago, I had an achy nut, and it turned out to be like
exactly a year ago?
Bacterial thing. Yeah, it was April last year.
Weird.
End of April, I think.
Also, shout out to my mom who does not listen or watch. Happy birthday, Jonesy.
Happy birthday, JoJo.
Aries queen. She is
our April Fools from heaven.
She is the most Aries of Aries. And if you don't know what that means, it means reacting before thinking, bulldozing into spaces.
Wait, are you an Aries?
I'm an Aries moon, and how dare you? Okay. You got 2 Aries moon in this house.
We are recording on April Fool's Day. So while we talk here today, make sure you do your fact checking. Yeah, well, just fact check anything we say. Make sure it's true, because we might slip in a prank. You know, just like
I hate pranks.
You know when people do the pranks about misinformation? Like there's a meme right now on Bushwick Reddit saying that the New York City governor or somebody announced that Ridgewood is no longer a part of Queens. It has been reabsorbed as a part of Brooklyn. And the way it's written, it looks real and it sounds real. And then I'm like looking at this, I'm like, oh, that's it. And then I'm like, oh no, I just got pranked.
That's so stupid.
But it's a silly one. It's just like, yeah, the sky's not blue, it's white.
Like so, and also that, like somebody put time into that. I'm just like,
yeah.
Don't we have better things to do? We're literally living in a prank.
You're like, don't you have a job? Get a job.
We're living, the biggest prank of all is that there's a South African sociopath running our country. You've been pranked.
Oh yeah, we got pranked. Good. Yeah, what if this is the April Fool's prank has just been going since November?
What do we say prank from a Nick Kroll character?
Kroll show, yeah.
Which character is that?
I
can't
too
remember.
much tuna, right?
Yeah.
Must have been too much tuna. I don't know why he was saying pranked.
Because he also does, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm just letting everybody know that we're saying it like that on purpose from an old inside joke that stemmed from some other very wealthy comedian.
Yeah, like a 14-year-old sketch show. That was a long time ago that we were enjoying that show.
Kroll show. Iconic.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Anyway, it's April 1st. We're back home. We had a trip away. Our last episode, I'm sorry about the audio on the last episode. I had a mic on her and a mic on me, but your mic, the wire was crunched and I got to get it repaired. So that audio channel was all messed up. So the audio you were listening to were through, both of our voices were through my one mic. And
was I loud enough?
Yeah, it was
didn't
fine.
Really matter.
You could hear it, but it didn't sound good, and I'm sorry. And we were also recording in the backyard with the whole family home. I can't be free. I can't be a dick on the mic.
But I can is the thing.
Yeah. I mean, not that there's nothing I wanted to talk about that I would hide from them, and I'm grateful. I was grateful for the space, and we were lucky to be able to even get one done while we were there.
It's more that you're like, there's just like that feeling of like, I can't.
Like, am I going to even say anything interesting or
I can't
funny
talk
right
at
now?
full volume, or like there's, just being in your head that you're like performing on some level.
Yeah.
Like in your brother's house.
Even today, if you were going to sit this one out because your throat hurts and I was going to have to do one alone.
Oh, yeah, no.
I was like, how am I going to do one alone with her like over there doing spreadsheets?
Yeah.
Like I can't.
I'm not doing spreadsheets today, by the way.
We got a lot of spreadsheets going on for plan for our financial future. We're working with a financial advisor and we have assignments. We have homework.
Yeah. I got to find out my credit score. I'm sure that's going to be rewarding.
It's going to be a real kick to the teeth.
I think today I'm going to focus on, this is my items I'm tackling today. I'm going to finish some of my coursework for my lactation and feeding specialist program that I'm in right now.
Dalla.
What are you doing?
Who's the doulas on our... I'm just checking that the camera's recording.
Rolling.
I got paranoid. We are rolling. Hello, America. Hello, the equator. The doulas. You're a doula, and you're learning. I was telling you. Now listen. You're telling me. You're taking a class about lactation. I've been specializing in lactation my whole life. When I was a baby, I was very interested in it.
This fucking joke.
And I
so lame.
I kind of got out of the game for a few years, and then around 12 or 13, I became very interested in mammaries again, and I haven't stopped studying them.
Well, it's interesting you bring it up because one of the things we discussed in my class is how you can't talk about lactation and feeding your baby without talking about rape culture.
And without talking about creepy men.
Rape culture, yeah.
What's the connection with lactation and rape?
Well, rape culture, as in we are sexual objects to be consumed. So, like, not literally rape, although I'm sure, yes. But when discussing anything to do with the female body that has been, sexualized to a point that I can't
eons, for thousands of years.
Since the beginning of time. Maybe not since the beginning of time, but not far off. There's, and like the state that we're in right now, where there's so much discussion about what we are allowed to do with our own bodies. Lactation has been a huge issue of debate over the centuries.
So any jokes about me being a boob guy are not welcome right now.
Not really, no. It's like pretty lame. Like literally what we're talking about in my course of like, women just want to, not women, people just want to figure out how to feed their babies in peace, but it comes with all this other bullshit, societal bullshit. And like, I can't remember what year it was. In the not so distant past, it's legal to feed your baby publicly in.
That's crazy.
But it was illegal.
That's crazy. It was ever illegal. Yeah.
And it's still frowned upon. Like you're expected to cover up. Like you shouldn't just be able to like the expectation is not that you should just be whipping your tit out to feed your
Yeah.
child, but then also these people that, you know, typically conservative white males are the ones that have such an issue with it because they have only thought about breasts as a sexual entity. So they don't want to be confronted with the fact that like they serve a different purpose. And that was
Right.
actually their intended purpose.
Well, I just want to say for the record, I'm okay with it. You got to feed your kid. You got to do it. Feed the kid. We were at the playground in Denver the other day, and there was one of those moms. There were so many youthful moms that we kept, I don't know if we did together or not, but I kept thinking, is this an older sister taking care of the younger child, or is this person's baby? And it was answered for me at one point because this one girl had 2 kids with her. One of them was like 2, climbing a very complicated playground thing.
They're outdoorsy, those people.
Yeah, and then she had a little baby with her. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's the babysitter or older sister. But then next thing I know, the little baby is latched onto this lady's boob on the bench.
You better hope that's the mom.
Yeah.
Better hope that's
Could
the
be
mom.
the wet nurse, I guess.
We've been talking a lot about wet nurses also.
Wet nursing, wow.
Very complicated.
But yeah, the 2-year-old was still climbing this thing as she had the boob latched on. And I was just, and I like was nervous for the little one who was climbing. So I just kind of hung around because I wanted to spot that kid. But then I'm like, am I just lurking?
yeah, I
am I
saw-
the creepy lurker?
I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, I saw them.
But anyway, it was fine.
Yeah, she
everybody's-
seemed
everybody's
very
good.
confident in that child.
Oh, you got a missed call. Was it a business call?
It was from JD Vance. No,
Was
it was
it
from.
a doula?
I said JD Vance because Jen Driscoll's in my phone and it comes up
Oh.
as an abbreviation of JD.
That's our JD Vance.
That's my JD Vance, my vice president.
Shout out to her. She's one of our faithful listeners.
I don't know if she is anymore, but I'm sure she'll get back into it.
Yeah, well, we're building an army. We're building a community, not an army. Not an army. We're building the biggest army.
We're
It's
building the
huge.
biggest army.
I
can't. I can't do it.
We're not bringing that.
I can't do
We're
it.
not bringing that impression here. We are building a community over on patreon.com/who cares about. That's what it is, right? Who cares about is what I think I left it at. So if you want to check out some bonus content, do check that out. We got 3 really great podcast episodes up there. I'm going to put up a very spicy set of comedy on there. And I think that's going to really tip the scales. That's going to get us even more people to sign up.
And then I think maybe we'll shoot some yoga
Oh
content.
yeah.
Maybe me trying to teach you some complicated things. See how you do.
Can we do that here in the living room, or do you think we got to go down to the studio?
Probably look nicer in the studio.
Yeah. I'm
But-
just thinking of hiring crew and booking time.
Come.
I gotta get mics that work properly.
Let's get those little magnet ones that all the influencers are using
I
these
hate
days.
those. I hate those.
I know, but
What you think because influencers use them that we will influence with them?
no, they appear to be really easy and
Convenient.
hands-free and no wires and like it just seems like that's the technology right now.
I am running behind on my workouts. I said I would work out 3 times this week, 3 to 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked out once at the playground. I counted that because I was sore.
Yeah.
We were at the playground. I was ripping some ski daddles. That's my move on the playground. I skedaddle around, but I think I got an achy nut from that. I think
Oh,
I
no.
strained.
You
I
strained
think
your
there's like
nut.
tiny muscles in your core and your pelvic floor. I have a pelvic floor, right?
Oh God.
Like all people do, right?
Yeah.
Like when you clench to hold in a
We
poop.
are lost as a country.
When you clench to hold in a poop, you're clenching your pelvic floor
It's involved, yeah.
and your sphincter.
Yeah, your
Well, we have several sphincters. That's the anal sphincter. There's a lot of sphincters.
Several?
Yeah. There's probably 5 to 10 sphincters in your body. For real, your upper.
Okay, you're
your
talking
lower,
about like the tubes.
You got your glottis, your epiglottis, your
Okay.
your lower intestine, your upper intestine. All those little stages from room to room. You need a
the
doorway.
things that are opening and closing.
Yeah, they're like just like.
Yeah.
They're winking
we
at
we
you.
probably do have several
They're
in our
winking at
bodies.
you.
Yeah. Did you see that video I sent you of a dad that just
I did.
does his workouts throughout the day with his child?
Yeah. I remember. You know who did that first?
I don't want to name him. I know who
you
it
remember
is.
that video?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
No, and I went into the comments.
We won't name names, but we're just talking about the creator of the Proud Boys.
The leader of the Proud Boys was somehow involved in Vice for years before he was a white supremacist.
Funny, charming Canadian Brooklynite
giving cool hipster dad
back in the aughts, and then he was like, you know what? These Jews are trying to replace me.
And he's married to like an Asian woman, I'm pretty sure too. Not that that's ever stopped anybody from being a white supremacist.
But I like the concept of the reel you sent me, that I can be fitting in my ski daddles throughout my day.
And he gives credit to some other woman that
Katie Bowman.
Oh wow, you noted it. Wow.
Well, because I know somebody named Katie Bowman who is a comic.
It's not that person.
I don't think so.
Okay. But I like the idea of that. Like, you just fit it in where you can.
Yeah, Franny is too big for me to be squatting, though. I would die if I did 5 squats with her.
You know what I like to do with her? I keep her in my arms like this.
With bent elbows.
And I just do a curl.
Yeah.
You do like 5 of those?
I mean, I liked what we did at the playground. We were at the playground, the 3 of us, for like 20 minutes. And we did some push-ups together.
And she likes those machines, too, which is cute. I also liked he was doing lunges while pushing the swing.
That's smart.
I was like, that's something he could really get into.
I love a lunge. I look good. I've got these stems.
And I look good lunging,
Are
baby.
my feet unattractive? I feel like I should have socks on.
No, both of our feet are wintertime feet right now.
I have my nails painted from Franny.
And we both have jacked up pedicures right now.
She painted my nails months ago, and maybe I should say this on a Patreon episode, but I had to explain to someone.
Oh, Jesus H.
You might see some painted nails, and that's because...
Let's just be clear, it wasn't me.
Yeah. So if you want to know more about that, go on the Patreon, okay? Because we're not talking about that for free. All right? Episode 3 on the Patreon, okay?
Oh, I'm tired.
Ross is going to say night-night. You should literally take a nap with Peggy right now, and I'll just keep talking. And it'll probably make you sleep deeper.
You're monotone?
Here, put your mic in Peggy's snout and see if she says anything. Peggy. What do you think?
I was watching on some stupid reel where people barking at their own dogs to see what they did.
Oh, do it.
Peggy. She don't give a shit.
She's very confused. She's like, wait, is it happening? Or my parents, or is my mom about to Randy Quaid over here? No, not Randy Quaid. Gene Hackman is what I'm thinking of. Do you get Gene Hackman and Randy Quaid mixed up?
Most dogs were attacking their humans. Oh, well, she's had enough.
She's like, my parents are losing it.
This is how she reacts if I'm like crying too. Like if I'm home crying, she's like,
she gets away from you?
Yes.
That's funny because our niece, Scout, the doggy in Denver, is very emotionally attuned to her family. And when someone's not feeling well, she'll snuggle right up next to them.
Come back.
Peggy, come.
She smells, stop it.
Oh, God. She's licking old cream cheese off the table.
Yeah, I was saying there is a noticeable difference between Peggy and Scout. Peggy is only interested in what serves her.
Yeah, and she's like, does that have calories? No?
Yeah.
Not interested.
And like, I love human attention, but it's really only to serve my purposes. It's not because I'm like concerned for you.
But we love you, Peggy.
Yeah, you're my favorite still.
We love you.
You little selfish bitch.
We understand that that's just your makeup.
I mean, I appreciate it about her, honestly.
Maybe next time we'll get a better dog. Okay? I love her. Like I said, I love her very, very much.
There's no better.
Just might be a next time and next time.
Stop! Peg.
Peggy, let's stay in the moment, okay? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay?
She's wagging her tail.
She really looks pathetic down there. I don't think she's in the shot, but she knows we're talking about her.
We're just talking off camera to something they can't see. Hey.
And she knows we are psychically connected, as we know, to our animals.
Come on. back up.
Anyway, we had this great trip. We came back. It's been nonstop. We came back. I had gigs Saturday and Sunday and Monday, but I canceled my Monday to save this family. Yesterday was the last month of March. It was spent doing admin.
Yesterday was the last month of March.
Did I say the last month of March? It was the last day of March.
Last March ever. Sorry, y'all. Hope you enjoyed
hope
it.
you had a good one. It was my 44th March. Isn't that crazy?
It was your 44th March, and it was my 16th year sober.
Oh, yeah. You took me out for my birthday, you and Franny. I don't think we talked about that.
That was fun.
Last week's
I think
podcast.
we might. Well, no, not last week.
Yeah, March 20th was my 44th birthday. I worked all day.
Old.
I played sports all day.
Sports.
I played baseball and tennis with 2 different clients. So it was low pressure sports. And then I met up at the diner, Kellogg Diner, where we've had many of important meals and interactions over the years.
It was really nice.
Perhaps we may have fallen a little bit more in love every time we've gone there.
Yeah, it's true.
But
It was a perfect spot for a birthday
fun
dinner.
birthday dinner, and Franny was like really into it and being cute, and I just had so much gratitude. I was eating in wind pants because of the sports. I'm like,
that's not the most 44-year-old thing
yeah,
ever.
like I've arrived as a city dad when I can just be out in the world in wind pants.
Yeah.
I might have to get like an array of wind pants.
Okay.
Because then I can run to my meeting. Maybe I need to start jogging over to the meeting in the mornings. That could be a good way to stack it into my life.
And that's not that long of a run.
We've been talking stacking for 12 hours now. Today we're talking about exercise stacking into your day from this video we watched. Last night we're watching Panera Bread commercial on TV. They've got bagel stackers, y'all. Did you know Panera Bread is back with bagel stackers?
Did you guys know that Panera Bread is making sandwiches?
Yeah, they've invented these.
It's crazy.
See, what they do is they take a bagel with no hole. It's just bread with the density and consistency of a bagel. Yeah, they take it and then they cut it. They cut this thing horizontally through the middle.
Through the middle.
Creating 2 slices of bread, right? And then they stack it. They take the bottom one, they stack that on the counter, and then they put a little condiment, and then they stack some meat, and then they put some cheese, they put some veggies, put a little more condiment, and then they stack the other piece of bread on top of that, and they say, here's your bagel stacker, brand new at Panera Bread.
And little did we know, they've reinvented the sandwich.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, what are they doing?
I mean, it looks exactly like a sandwich, but no.
It's a bagel stacker.
It's a bagel stacker.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. If you want to hear the rest of this episode, please sign up for our Patreon. For $1.99 a month, you will hear the rest of the episode and our whole episodes of the regular podcast. We also have another tier for $5 a month. You get a bunch of bonus episodes. There's a few on there already. I'll be putting up comedy content. Ross is going to do some yoga content and birth work stuff. It's going to be really fun. We're going to build a community there. So please do check us out on Patreon. Thanks so much.